Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. Today I'm here with Eric and Jack, and today we're going to be talking about
how did 2019 go for our first year in business?
Yeah, and
How was our first year in business?
Yeah,
First year in business, yay!
and what we want 2020 to look like. So let's get into it.
So Eric, how did you feel 2019 went in regards Graph and Digital?
So I'm gonna start June. Going back to June is kind of when we went full on, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
And from June onwards, I think June, July, and August was just preparing ourselves, getting ready to work, and then at the end of August we started just getting loads of business. It was just exponential, bro.
Yeah, it was exponential.
June was after June was when the three of us went full time because for the summer there was kind of external factors holding us back a little,
Mm-hmm.
But the minute those factors were gone, we saw direct results because all three of us were in there every single day doing the work, and then that's where we saw the results. But before, when we're talking about this, these people have no context about what we're talking about.
Yeah, so for anyone who doesn't know what Graph and Digital is, we've done 2 other episodes about what the company is, what we're doing, but if you haven't got time and you want to just watch this video, basically we offer 3 different services: website development, social media management, and content creation. And content creation is blogs, pictures, graphics, and videography. So we offer this as a business. We started it kind of last year, but we were registered in February of this year, and we now have some part-time employees. That's been one of our biggest things. We started this year with the 3 of us, and now we have 3 amazing part-time employees that we literally would not be here without them. And we have a couple of contractors to use as well to make sure the job gets done to the highest of standards. And that's been an interesting curve, I suppose, moving into the whole management role, because before it was kind of just the 3 of us, but now we have people kind of dependent on us, you know what I mean? So it actually raises the stakes.
Yeah. Backs against the wall, as you say.
Yeah.
So this is our first year in business. 2019 was our first year running an actual
business,
full-scale, legit business. This isn't no Shopify dropshipping job. This is a proper function business, and it certainly has come with its challenges.
Yeah, a lot of challenges.
But right now we're extremely fortunate to be in a position where we can kind of pick and choose clients. We can optimize our clients for what we want to work with, for the type of people we want to work with, which is incredibly fortunate. And we have 3 part-time employees, and we're slowly growing it, and we're enjoying the process. That's the most important thing. I would like to stay at this stage for a long time.
Yeah.
I think it's very fun.
Yeah.
Stressful at times, but
stressful.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
But 2019 was insane. Did you guys have any doubts about if we would get to this spot in business? If we would become this? Does that make sense?
Well, I think I had more people around me that had doubts of us succeeding than I personally had. From our first time, just imagine that we're getting paid to do something that we like and we're good at. From that point onwards, I had that mental set where we're going to work towards the goal where we're doing what we love, doing with people that we enjoy being around with and all that stuff. Except but it's just from that factor that we actually got paid to talk to somebody and stuff. From that factor, I was like, holy, this is real.
Yeah. So you had more people
doubting us.
Agreed.
Chatting, all that crap. And
Self-bleeping himself. I love that.
I was like, let's go.
Yeah, I suppose I think we're all the same in this fact that more external people, because they didn't understand what's going on internally, and still we're keeping fairly close in what we're saying because it's still a work in progress. We're very happy with the progress, but again, we don't feel the need to go and give everything out because at the end of the day, it is our business. But yeah, I definitely had doubts at times. I think we'd be lying if they didn't doubt.
Yeah.
Doubted. I know there's one infamous moment, and I suppose maybe in another year's time, the wrap-up video next year, we might talk about it. But there's one moment out there actually that I can remember where where we really had some serious doubts just regards to logistics, because obviously it's not straightforward. There's a lot going on in all of our lives that can lead, we need, like, the three of us all bring different stuff to the table, so we kind of trying to make sure that we can all keep with the same focus and make sure that, like, external factors aren't stopping us from doing this. It has been tough at times, but I suppose I think we've all kind of fought through it. We've had to make sacrifices, but again, I think we all see the bigger picture, and everyone that's working with us can see the bigger picture as well, which is amazing, because I think that's one quality that is amazing in our employees and people closest to us, because we have some big aspirations for 2020, and realistic aspirations. I don't think they're unrealistic, but
no, certainly realistic.
Going to come with a lot more sacrifice, but I think it should be a lot of fun as well, because I think we've definitely had a fair share of just doing absolutely nothing as well.
Speak for yourself now.
Oh god.
Yeah, no, like the last 3 months, like I think, like there was like last 3 months we reached our choke point. Like we really got a real taste of what it's like just going full time on the grind. Like it was non-stop.
Oh yeah, since we started, it's been 150% every single day. I mean, we started this business in our lunch breaks in school. We met up every single lunch break for that half an hour, 40 minutes we had, and we talked about the business, and that's how we started this. And now we're balls deep in it. There's no backing out. But I mean, no, but I'm incredibly grateful to think back and when I look at the amount of work we put in the first year of business, and the amount of sacrifice we put in, and the amount of time and energy and literal blood, sweat, and tears, like literal blood, sweat, and tears. When I look back at that, I'm so proud. I'm so proud, genuinely, about what we've done, what the three of us have done, what the team has done, all six of us, and each one of us has come such a long way. Because when you start a business, it's not just starting a business. Like owning and running a business creeps into every single aspect of your life. So learning how to deal with that and manage that is a skill in itself. And then starting a business, you have to learn time management skills, you have to learn personal skills, and it creeps into your business, your family, your friends, it creeps into everywhere. So the amount of skills that come along with starting a business is incredible, and it's something we're still learning. But
yeah,
I'm very, very, very proud of the three of us and the six of us for what we've achieved in 1 year of business,
Yeah. No, definitely a lot of definitely massive learning curves personally, and I think professionally. And definitely, if anything, even if we shut the doors tomorrow, I think we've actually taken so much away from this whole process. That will definitely be invaluable for us. And hopefully we won't be doing that, by the way. But I definitely think we have learned a lot and matured and definitely changed. Hopefully for the better.
Because a lot of the principles that you use in business, you use for life. Like what we're doing here right now, we're actually, most of what we've learned is universal for life as well. Most of the principles, most of the what's the word?
Skills.
Most of the skills and everything are applicable to life, because it all runs around the same kind of principles, I guess. So it's not like we're starting a business. It's not like we're running a business. It's kind of we're running a life, I guess. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Try to keep it alive.
Yeah. I definitely, to answer that first question, did I have any doubts? Yeah. Doubts come with anything you do. We always second guessed, we always third guessed, we always cross-checked every single decision we made. Doubting is part of the process, but if your intentions are pure and you believe in what you're doing, those doubts won't affect you, and they won't inflict upon the business or anything.
I do think the doubts are taken away by the hours we put in. As in, I think that's the pure and honest answer. Results we've seen from clients and just the hours they put in. Just it slowly but surely is taken away those doubts and implemented. confidence into
Yeah.
it. You know, to an extent, you know, we still have a lot to learn. You know what I mean? But I definitely think over time, I think all our confidence wise, we've all kind of grown in that area because we've seen results in each of our different areas. So I definitely think that kind of helps, and that just comes with time.
Yeah.
There's no other way to kind of fast track that, I don't think.
But definitely, I agree. I completely agree with Eric. There's more doubts from the people around us, but I never thought about that. I never listened to that because I got so engrossed in what we're doing. You know, it was never a factor if my neighbor, if my brother, if my best friend or my teacher or anything didn't think it would go well, because like it's none of their business, you know. It literally did not play a single factor in the way we operate our business. And when you are running something like this and you're 100% all in on something, everything becomes quiet and you don't hear those doubts.
Yeah.
You don't hear the comments people are saying. You don't hear the people saying, oh, those guys are going to fail, they're not going to make it, what are they doing, they're wasting their time. When you get into a place of doing something you really enjoy and building something with a solid team, everything becomes quiet. You don't hear those at all. And I think that's a very, very precious place to be. And if you can get there and stay there, you've won. That's a skill in itself, but I think that's amazing.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I couldn't say better myself. I think that's a good way to finish that question.
Yeah.
How's business work treated us? It definitely has been interesting going in as younger people into business, because a lot of people who are kind of, let's say, higher up managers and stuff in business, a lot of people we're talking to are a lot older than us, and in turn then some have kind of seen us as kind of, I remember one meeting we walked into, and this, I'm never going to forget this, the first thing they said, we sat down, we had prep for the meeting and everything, and they went, is it something fun you do in your spare time? And I just thought like that was the epitome of some people kind of see us when they go in as young lads are just doing this for a bit of fun, but like I don't know if this come across, but we're taking this extremely seriously and we've put a lot of time and effort into this, and we will continue to do that because we genuinely believe in what we're doing, and the clients we have can like say that we have delivered results. So definitely learning to navigate in a world that's much older than us. You know, we're dealing with people much older than us, and it's much else, business world. Yeah, just learning to just, as in like everyone, at the same time everyone's still human. As in like even if someone's like the top CEO of a big business, they're still human. They're not these like different sort of organisms. As in like you still have normal chat. Still humans. Again, when it gets down to business, it goes down to business, and if it works, it doesn't, it doesn't. And don't take it personally, because it never usually is personal. It's just business, and not being emotionally attached to business deals. I think is one other thing the business world really taught me is like, again, it isn't personal most of the time. But yeah, I definitely think not being emotionally attached to deals, I think has been the big thing, and just being a little bit corporate with the whole thing. Yeah, I think that's my main kind of thing the business world taught me over the last year. Go for it.
I'm going to go back to the very start. So I still remember after we'd done all our research and development and just set the brand, grafting and all, and I remember we started emailing like loads of people in Galway trying to get meetings, etc. And I still remember walking into like, I think one third or fourth meeting, and we're so excited or whatever, and we walked in and it was a fancy hotel and all. We walk in, sit down, chat through everything, and then like the question comes down, how serious are you?
Yeah.
Just similar to you, but like I remember from that point, I think is we were like, okay, we need to get the business registered. We're either going 100% or zero.
Yeah.
So like from that point, I think we were like, okay, let's take this on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
talking
I
about.
know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
So like from then on, we started going like studying like how to do accounts or how to even set up a business.
Yeah.
The first thing, because like we bought a domain on GoDaddy for 99 cents. Is how we started.
Yeah.
And we just took it from there. And then another thing, like obviously I think like like what I found funny was that like Dara started buying like shirts and like the fancy pants and stuff and
Yeah.
fancy shoes.
That's my work
He had
clothes.
to work clothes.
Yeah.
Like he had to transfer.
Yeah.
Like I already had shirts and that, but like I think we all got like pretty corporate. There was like a point where we're like, lads, are we actually like a corporate agency, or are we more of like a team?
Yeah.
So that's that. I think that I'm going to go on to that with like the 2020 projection question.
Yeah.
But then the next thing, like we had like a pretty important meeting, and like what I took from there like is if you want, you can sell yourself if you want anytime, but like you're building this for yourselves, so like you got to keep it. And also like another thing, quoting him, is business is about two things: have fun and make money. If one of them don't match, then you're out of business.
Yeah.
Or you will be fairly fast.
Because people enjoy making money. Like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like enjoy how they make money.
Yeah.
I think that's what business is really, because people enjoy ordinary jobs as well.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons we did this, is because we wanted, like, we enjoy working for ourselves. We enjoy having that freedom, which it is freedom, but it also isn't freedom because the extensive hours. But I think the fact that we get to choose what we do as a job at this age, especially, or at any age really, is absolutely invaluable. And we're so fortunate. And in turn, we're going to make a ton of mistakes. And in case it wasn't clear, we've made a ton of mistakes over the last year. Like, this is not us saying we have it figured out. We were far from it. But I do think the business world is probably one of the best education systems you can have.
Really life education is
Yeah.
School is one thing, I personally do think I took a lot from like higher level business and that from secondary school. I don't know what you guys think, but
bits and pieces, yeah.
I took quite a bit, and then I kind of built my knowledge on how I speak to these businessmen, and women. How like it's all part of the process, I suppose, building it up and just practicing it. Now we walk into meetings and we just kill it. We know what we're talking. We have a meeting process now. We go in, find out what people want. We're gonna work out how we're gonna achieve it, and then we talk about pricing, or we're gonna send on pricing.
Yeah.
That's kind of the process, breaking it down.
Yeah.
But it's been
and that came by actually doing it.
Yeah. Because you can read the theory of it over and over again. Like, you can get your commerce degree and technically you're a qualified business person, but
you have to do the push-ups.
Yeah, you can read about it all you want, but Gary Vee, you can read about push-ups all you want, but unless you go and do them, it's not going to pay any dividends.
Literally.
But so is there any ones we haven't touched on that you kind of taken away from the business world this year?
The biggest thing the business world has taught me is just you can't get emotionally involved in deals or in whatever transactions being made, because it's just business. Whatever makes more sense is going to pull through and win. And that's always what happens. If this makes more sense, we're going to go with that option. I'm sorry if you really want this. I'm sorry if you've worked your ass off for this. But if the other guy has something that makes more sense, we're going to go for that. It's just how it works. So don't get emotionally involved. That's the biggest thing. And
Jack's done a very good job of this year, actually. Is like, let's me and Eric have been talking through this thing, blah blah blah, and then we bring Jack into it, and Jack goes, which one makes more sense? And like literally, and like so many times that was happening, and we go, well, this probably makes more sense. And he's like, okay, well then let's go with that. Literally, that's the conversation we've had numerous times, and it's usually you that kind of brings it down to the conclusion.
No, we break it down because you take like some little pointers of what we say. We just like flow the information. And you're like, but does this make sense? Or how are we going to do this? Or
well,
do people actually like this?
To most decisions, there's usually like a checklist that you can ask. Does this make sense? Is this what we want? And
is this a desired outcome? Really, is
this the desired outcome? Is this following our company principles and morals? Like, there's a few basic questions that you need to ask for every major deal or every major decision you're making in your company. Once you ask those questions and you tick them off and you're happy, fire away. It's like a flip of a coin. Just get it done. Ask the questions, and you can make that decision quicker.
Yeah, no, definitely. But definitely, I think the business world is one of the best the business world is one of the best education systems in the world, without a doubt.
Not just for business, for life.
Yeah. Oh. Alright. So next question we kind of chosen is what advice would we give to ourselves January 1st of 2019? So we'll start it off with you, Eric. What advice would you give to yourself beginning of this year?
That's a good question, because like at the start of the year, like I was just full-time working, I suppose towards my college course, and then when Dara started YouTube, I wouldn't change much, to be honest, at the start. Like I think the start was brilliant and stuff. Now in the middle of things, like I was working on my other 2 jobs, to be honest, way more than I should have worked in.
Yeah.
And I should have put more time and effort into grafting, but obviously I didn't, because I just had a focus. I didn't have grafting as like such a big focus there, because there was only a development point.
Yeah.
So
the only concept really.
like I suppose just
like any skills you'd like to give yourself, or anything like you'd like to give yourself a heads up on from January 1st.
Didn't think about that question properly, but I would time management 100%, like, and probably I don't know if we can though, like at the early stages of business, like time management is just such a diverse area, because like I know, like I'm saying that I can't go down to the gym, whatever, but I'm actually I'm mentally so tired like these days, and I just can't force myself to the gym.
But time management is still a thing that really.
I know, but like I don't know.
Work and battle.
Yeah. Like I've gained so many skills and stuff, but I just think my journey personally, I wouldn't change much.
Yeah.
I personally wouldn't, because everything kind of fell into place and everything just started working as we were working. Just stay resilient. That's why resilience is probably key.
Well, I suppose my year's been a bit weird because I started January, I was still in final year of school, so I was working towards an exam and having to try and balance that, which was tough. That was very, very tough because of all the external pressures with regards to how to perform for exams, and then also trying to build this, which is time consuming. Leaving cert. Yeah. I'm still trying to do a decent leaving cert as well, but definitely. I suppose I probably shouldn't have put as much pressure on myself. I think I was probably way too hard on myself in regards pushing really hard, leaving cert, pushing very hard for grafting, pushing very hard for YouTube as well, pumping out videos. But I suppose maybe taking a lot. Like I think over the last year I've kind of become more chilled back, I think, and not as kind of tough on myself. So I think definitely I wish I was a little more kind of laid back maybe then, and not gone as tough on myself, because it's not productive in any sense. You know, doing your best out of the day and looking back and going, I've had a good day, whether that be in any sense what you got done, and kind of being happy and moving on to the following day. I think that's definitely the biggest thing I wish I had at the beginning of this year. But again, like Eric said, like the only way really to learn is to mess it up and make all these different mistakes. And I think I probably wouldn't have changed it if I could go back, to be honest, because everything happened, we learned from it, and we got better because of it. So I suppose that's the only thing I definitely wish I'd improved quicker, but again, it happened in time, and it's still a work in progress because we're still very young and we still have a lot to grow. But yeah, I think that's my biggest takeaway.
Yeah.
So what's yours? How many? How long do you have?
Good list. What advice would I have given to Jack McKenna at the start of 2019?
Hold on tight, it's going to be a wild one.
It's a wild ride, alright.
I was just like, get out now.
Shouldn't have answered that call.
Yeah. Jesus. It's the same answer as the lads. I wouldn't give myself any advice. I wouldn't have told myself to be more like this, be more like that, or do anything different. I would have said, Jack, I wouldn't change a thing, because in order for me to get to where I am now, personally and professionally, but that's not a thing. They're both the same thing. Like, so to get to where I am now, where I'm okay at time management. I'm okay as a human, you know. To get to where I am now, I had to make all of those shitty mistakes. I had to be late to this. I had to not press record. I had to screw up with that client. I had to get in that argument. I had to get in that fight. I had to not show up to this. I had to make all those shitty mistakes to learn about who I am as a person, become more self-aware, and grow. So I would have said, Jack, make even more mistakes. Make even more mistakes now, because you have to get through them. It's almost like there's a log. There's a log in the sky that says you have 4,500 mistakes to make this year. Get through them as fast as you can, because regardless you're going to make them, and each mistake is a lesson. Like our friend Paul says, mistakes are happening for us, not to us. And I really do believe that. So I would have said, just listen, Jack, buckle up, it's going to be a hell of a year, and enjoy it. And that's exactly what I did. I enjoyed it. I know, and it was tough as hell. Oh my God, the stress of it, the amount of times we've had deep chats for 4 hours about what the hell we're doing in life. Like I left school for this, you know? I left, we all sacrificed so much for this, because we understand that if you want to go far in something, you have to go 100% in. If you don't, you're not going to get the results you want. But yeah, just strap in. You're in for a hell of a ride. That's all I would have said.
Yeah, I think that's pretty solid. I think strap in for, because it was definitely the year had its highs and its lows, definitely. But I definitely think it was
some ride.
Yeah, it was
I think internally we learned so much about each other as well, and we know when to give that rope to somebody and pull them up, or just stay chatting to them. Like, we know our highs and lows, and you know, I think it was such a personal, it was a great personal development for all of us.
So much, yeah.
So,
oh my God, if you saw us last year and saw us this year, if you could graph the growth, it would just be straight up. You know, it'd be exponential. The amount of knowledge and wisdom. Not saying we're wise in any sense, but the amount of
not as dumb as we were at the start of the year.
It's
relative.
Yeah. But if you took us last year and compared us to this year, you wouldn't recognize it. You know, you literally wouldn't recognize it. Each one of us has grown so incredibly much. Oh my God! It's, when you put it into perspective, it really is amazing what we're doing. I couldn't be proud of us three.
Same here. But yeah, no, it's definitely we're different people than we were at the start of this year, definitely. And I'm looking forward. This is again, it's only the start. This is year one. What's year 5 going to look like? You know what I mean? So I'm really looking forward to the next year. What do you look like for Grafton?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you want 2020 to look like? So do you want to go first? Because you're usually the last one to you answer.
2020 is going to be a massive year for Grafton. There is a lot of underground work that's happening at the moment, and the face of that will come out in the future. We're not just going to be a digital marketing agency. Grafton is going to be a lot more than that. We're going to do many more things. I actually can't say, can I? No. I actually can't say, but it's not just going to be digital marketing. We have a very universal name that can go above a lot of different things. So 2020 is going to be about expanding and taking over. No,
the Grafton Empire.
Grafton 2020 is going to be about, slowly expanding the empire, and making on a smaller scale level, making us more efficient. Solving all those little nitty-gritty details and all those tiny little problems, and that overall slow down the process of us working together and start to finish with a client, and making that process more efficient will be massive. And then as regard us three, we're going to do a bit of travelling in 2020, and we're going to Budapest next year.
That's going to be out.
Yeah.
That's going to be out.
Probably as well.
That's going to be out as well. audience on edge of where I was going next year. I was like, yeah.
Shit.
No, I'm joking. I can bleep it.
All those video ideas, God.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
But as regards us three in Grafton, like for us three, yeah, we're going to do a lot more traveling together, and I don't know. I think we have a fairly solid foundation to build upon. At the end of 2020, I would like to see Grafton, still winning.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Still growing. I don't know.
I don't like to plan things. Because
Plans never go ahead properly.
plans never go to plan. Literally. So
Every good plan until you get punched in the face, and that can be metaphorical punch in the face.
yeah. So I'm just all you need to know is I'm very excited for 2020.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. No, Jack's alluded to a lot of things there. With regards. Yeah, well, income, yeah. But yeah, definitely, I'm really looking forward to 2020. And I know a lot of people are saying that, kind of, the real bandwagon thing at the moment is, new year, new me, 2020 is going to be my year, blah, blah, blah. But, like, I don't like any of that. I just think, like, if you look at it from a very analytical standpoint, we had no roll on from this year. Everything was, like, just getting it started and trying to get the ball moving, which is very, very tough, because we had no portfolio, no nothing, and now we're building a portfolio, we're building contacts, and they'll only get easier and easier as it goes along, as we've seen towards the end of this year. Yeah, the snowball effect, yeah, 100%. So I believe just from that standpoint that 2020, if it keeps continuing the way it's going, should be a great year for us. 2021, exact same, you know what I mean? But I do think that as long as we keep working together, we have a great team around us, we work well together, I think we can definitely pull off some great things in 2020. As Jack said, we are looking in the new year in expansion. You'll probably get an announcement of the next thing probably around March or April, I'd say. Yeah, March or April, which is a big thing for us. And I'm really looking forward to letting you all know about that, and we will in due time kind of make a big announcement around that. But disregarding that, I definitely think it's going to be a great year. I'm really looking forward to seeing the way the team grows, how we grow with people, and how we get better at what we're doing and constantly learning. And yeah, like I said, Jack also travelling. I can't wait to start going travelling. You don't know where we're going because I bleeped out what Jack said, all those different destinations. But I definitely think it's going to be a great year, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what it holds. And sure, whatever happens, as Max Holloway says, it is what it is. And we'll hopefully just make the most of it. Yeah.
2020. Is it recording?
Thank God.
Yeah, so 2020 for me is, I think it's going to be kind of a rapid year for me because I'm planning on taking a big step from September for Grafton and for myself. That's my current goal at the moment for 2020, and I'm really looking to improve kind of my side of the business, is the websites and stuff. Really looking for that system to clear up and be more efficient. And then obviously the expansion on that is going to be, I think it's going to be a crazy experience.
Scary.
It's a scary and crazy experience for us. And I just can't wait for them to, actually happen, because it's like around the corner, basically. Time is going to fly. This year really flew, yeah.
From the end of June to now, it's just been like that since I finished the exams. Jesus, I'm mad.
Yeah, you didn't really take a break yet?
No. Hence why I look so tired. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, so honestly, I want the financials to grow as well, and grow the team and all. But I think this year has been phenomenal for all of us, for the company, for three of us, and the lads, and everything. I think we just built up something that solid foundation, as you said.
Yeah, definitely. The foundation's really been laid this year, definitely.
Still can't get over the crazy last 4 months. I think it just left a mark in me. Just did. There's points where we're going to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We probably have influenced the age that we're gonna live to. You know, average age is what 88 these days.
I have no idea.
I think it's like 80 plus something. We're probably like 65 or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We've definitely lost a few years of our life, but you know what? Hopefully in the end it'll pay off.
Grafton 2020 is going to be a phenomenal year for
Definitely.
the growth of the company, the growth of us. Like we have some personal goals, financial goals.
Yeah.
We have all of that we're going to go tick, 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 looking at the trend.
And you have to have goals.
Yeah, without goals, like it's not like saying, oh, you're dreaming big, but you need to dream big. That's your goals. You have to have
I think
long-term goals.
we're dreaming big, we're dreaming realistic as well. Like nothing, I don't think anything we're kind of looking to pull off internally that the goals we set are anyway unachievable if you look at the graph of how this year went. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
definitely they're all very based in reality, which I think we always try and do. We aim bigger, obviously if we supersede them, brilliant, but definitely all the goals we set for next year are very realistic, and
But I mean, realistic as in
if you look at the trend from the last year,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
like, you know, it's relevant.
with every win, every time we succeed, the bar at where a realistic goal is set just goes a bit higher.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like realistically, we shouldn't have been able to set up a company. Realistically, us three teenagers shouldn't have been able to make X and Y and Z happen. You know, realistically, a lot of this shouldn't have happened by other people.
Such a weird collab.
Yeah.
But after every success, the bar goes higher of what you can expect of yourself. I don't believe in that realistic stuff. I think everything's realistic. Because if you just, and you're right, if you look at the graph of what's happened in the last year, I mean, taking over literal the solar system is possible at this point. You know?
Okay, let's take it easy, right?
We can't afford a spaceship yet, okay?
Not yet.
Um,
Don't come looking for money.
I don't know.
Yeah, but definitely, as in like the bar just keeps raising, and hopefully
Yeah.
we keep doing that, and hopefully, obviously, it's not going to be exponential as much as this year, every year. But if we can keep kind of increasing it, happy days, and keep enjoying what we're doing.
but I think there's
Happy
like
days.
a healthy expansion and then there's an unhealthy expansion.
Yeah.
You know, we're expanding, or we're expanding only to fulfill our jobs to like the highest standard.
Yeah,
Because we're taking on more people to actually, you know, release pressure on each area,
yeah.
etc. So
And keep it interesting, as in like I don't think we ever intended on just staying as a small team for the next 50 years. Like we have big aspirations, and I think day by day, month by month, you know, year by year, we're gonna have to just keep like growing it out, making it more efficient, and just trying to build this brand, build Grafton, and
New York, Tokyo, Australia,
yeah,
France,
Budapest.
Budapest,
Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka.
There's some Easter eggs in there, so there is.
Yeah.
Take what you will of that.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable to think about.
But yeah, it's been a crazy year.
Actually, I think we didn't mention one thing, but like, you know, 2019 we kind of started off as the digital agency.
Yeah.
2020, I think our goal is to transform into the digital partner, more
Yeah.
like we're a team
Yeah.
that people can work with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's-
That's what we
it's-
have
it's-
been, you know what I
That's the connection we're going to build with everybody that wants to work with us, because we think that's the key to success is, you know, work as a team, and then, you know, people have goals, we're going to work for them
Yeah.
to achieve that
Yeah.
goal. That's
Because their success is our success.
that's
really.
the transformation that we're going to go through. I think for Grafton is going to be, you know,
And I think we're setting the bar, because if you look at digital marketing agencies out there, the other ones, it's kind of naturally it's, I don't know. I think the other digital marketing companies out there or agencies out there, they're very impersonal. There's not really any faces to the brand, and there's kind of a lot of backwash going on about them regards Instagram influencers and kind of there's a lot of
it's all fake stuff.
it seems to be a lot of narcissism going around it. Would you agree?
Yeah.
And I think the way we're operating is definitely changing the face of digital marketing. In a way, on a small level at all. I'm not saying we're influencing it in any way, but definitely, I think we're making a personal team here and changing the kind of scape in a small, but definitely a way.
100%.
Because we're a team.
Yeah, and we found that like that just works better when we work as a team with the client, And it's not like, okay, you have access, like they have access to that one person and nothing else, do you know what I mean? But when they bring Grafton in, that we work with them collaboratively to try and optimise them in the best way possible, we see the best results. And I think we just want to keep doing that and working with people who are interested in working with us like that, because we find that's the best way everything works.
And we tell them that their success is literally our success. So we tell them that we are depending on making you succeed, because that directly affects us. So having that as a factor is so important.
Something we don't stress enough. Probably need to mention a little more.
Your success is our success.
Literally.
And that's how a business should work. If that's a very clean.
I suppose depends on the nature.
Depending on the nature,
But and I think we also know that, like, I think people heard about us because we obviously heard a bit of controversy and a few talks around the businesses in Galway. That that just don't take us serious enough. But like, we're showing it.
Time.
And it's
keep proving ourselves.
Yeah.
That's all we keep doing. Just keep working, keep doing our best, and over time.
But it's always going to be like that. It's always going to be like that at the start.
I think that kind of drives us in a kind of weird way at the same time.
I think that's only natural. Competition's good.
I love it.
Like when I hear people talking smack, which I don't listen to, but I do enjoy it.
Just get that little talk what you want.
But it's not even in a cocky way. Like I'm excited to rock in someday and I guess prove them wrong, even though they're not thinking about it at all. It's like a comment here and there. But, I'm not cocky about it.
Some people get really salty about us.
Yeah.
Like anything we say or do, like they're like, oh.
There's always be that, no matter what.
I know. Just
especially in Ireland, if you do anything slightly different, you're always going to have that. But sure, we're going to keep doing what we're doing, and we'll see who's right in the end. I think that's the long and the short of it.
But that's not the goal. The goal is
it's world domination.
This is for another video.
No, the goal is to do a good job in as much ways as we possibly can.
Yeah.
And if your intentions are pure and you put in the work and you always do the right thing, you follow your company morals in your checklist, there's nothing you can't do.
You're going to get somewhere, like, whatever your destination is.
Yeah.
We know our destination, and that's what we're
Bankruptcy.
Sri Lanka.
So is there any closing notes you'd like to make? I think we covered a lot there.
Yeah.
Probably lots can be cut out of that.
Any closing notes?
Yeah.
This is just an update video.
Watch this space. Watch out for Grafton, like, and if you have any business inquiries, email sales@graftondigital.com. Check out our new website.
And keep an eye on social media. Big things coming in 2020.
Yeah.
Big things. We're working really hard at the moment to try and get them up off the ground.
So this is Dara's channel. I'm not sure why I'm kind of hosting it.
Just waiting, fell into it,
The Grafton update video. What's the date today?
23rd December.
It's 23rd.
22nd.
22nd December.
Oh, it's 23rd.
23rd.
What?
22nd of December. It's a Sunday.
It's 22nd of December on a Sunday, 2019. I mean, like, this is what we have to do. It's a Sunday, 2 days before Christmas, and we're not out there with our family or friends or anything. We're in here together working on our 2020 plans. Like, it's not a sacrifice because we're getting enjoyment and benefit out of it.
Sometimes.
But I mean, that's the thing you have to do. You have to come in on a Sunday. You have to come in on a Sunday through the rain. You have to cycle in. You have to put in the hours and the time together. That's how you get the results. And if you're doing something you genuinely enjoy, you won't double question that.
Yeah, and you won't, like, the time is just going to go flying, and you see results probably faster than you should.
Yeah. If you are doing something you genuinely enjoy, you won't question coming in on a Sunday in the rain, cycling in, pouring rain, freezing day, 2 days before Christmas. You know, that's just how it works. So you won't question it. I mean, it's tough sometimes.
He cycled meetings, and
Ultra Car 2020.
Little grafting with.
Yeah.
That's how it works. Anyways, do too much talking.
Yeah, go one. Your closing notes.
Happy Christmas, everyone, and New Year. See you in like 3 months. 4 months. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like we probably won't. Tara probably won't make another video for like a couple.
Well, they'll probably hopefully we'll update a video on Jack's channel within the next 2 months, but knowing him, it'll probably be the end of next year by the time
Are
that
you
video
serious?
comes out.
Have you seen my 2020 plan? My outlook.
Yeah.
I don't think you're in it.
I already said I don't believe New Year's resolutions. Thank you for listening to this. I hope you got some sort of value in it. And if you didn't, I apologise, but you already got this far in the video, so it's too late. Yeah, no, genuinely, like, we've been very honest with this, and we want to keep documenting the process because we only see this kind of getting bigger and growing into something big over the next few years. So, hope you enjoy us kind of documenting this and taking the time to talk to the camera. If you did enjoy the video, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel. Go subscribe to Jack McKenna as well. Road to 1K. Follow Eric if you want on Instagram.
Big pop tag like this.
And yeah, we will hopefully see you next week and have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and we'll see you soon. Bye bye.
Merry Christmas. Bye.
Can I relive?
No, say goodnight live at the end.
Yeah, right.
Did you stop the camera?
Can I relive?
Goodnight live. Shlom. Toga boogie.
Good night, love.